Today, we're going to be finding out about the charity beauty banks, their work during the lockdown, and how anyone can help.
My co-founder and I, Sally Hughes, who's an incredible beauty journalist, writer, broadcaster, both independently became aware of a term called hygiene poverty, which denotes people who can't afford to be clean. So there are 1 in 5 people in the UK at the moment living in poverty. That's 1 in 5, and a third of those are children. And they have to choose between food and being clean. Sally and I were, obviously appalled by that. We both had friends that were teachers and that were bringing in sanitary pads and deodorant for their school kids and their pupils. And, we both work in the beauty industry. We're both aware of how generous the industry is. And we simply set up beauty banks with the aim of marrying the haves with the have-nots and supporting people in the UK so they don't have to live in hygiene poverty and they can be clean, which we believe is their human basic right. Well, it's really interesting actually, because we're already at full capacity, full speed. We are a very teeny tiny charity. It's just the 2 of us. We both have full-time jobs. We more or less self-fund it ourselves at the moment. And before this happened, we were super busy and we reach across the UK. It became obvious to us very early on, at the beginning, when people started panicking, when shelves were empty. The food banks that we've been working with for the last couple of years told us that they're just desperate. Like they've got nothing. Their reserves were completely depleted as people went into this kind of, I want to say, slightly frenzy mentality where they sort of stored everything and the panic set in. And that meant that, and in all of those situations when things like this happen, it's always the most vulnerable people that are put more at risk. If food banks don't have food, then they definitely can't pass anything on to people in impoverished situations. And I think what's unique about coronavirus, more than any other sort of issue that's maybe arisen in the past or in the recent past, is that the fundamental from the very beginning was extra sanitation, right? Making sure you wash your hands more, that you clean your clothes more often, maybe, that so disease, whatever, doesn't linger. And if you're struggling in the first place to keep clean and to buy those items, how are you going to pay for more? That's why we set up the GoFundMe page, and that's because we needed to fundraise. We hadn't really fundraised before, where we'd ask for money, but this time we felt like we needed to, because we don't want to turn people away. We don't want to turn charities away. So we set up the GoFundMe page with GoFundMe as partners. They're amazing. On the Sunday, before the end of the evening, we'd raised £10,000, and now we're up to 100,000 plus. And it's pretty mind-blowing and like incredible how generous people are. And it also means that we can keep servicing charities until hopefully we come out of the other side of this. Well, that's the thing, we can't take volunteers at the moment because of the situation around safety and being told to kept in. When it comes to individuals, we really ask that they would donate to the GoFundMe page. It doesn't matter how much it is, every single penny is counted and respected and used with such care and thoughtfulness, and none of it goes towards deliveries or anything like that. All of that money that's in that GoFundMe page goes to buying donations and getting them to people that need them. And we're so grateful to the perfume shop because they've been so supportive of beauty banks ever since the day that we launched.